Adolescence stage. After going through this unit, you will be able to
explain the adolescence stage,
identify the characteristics of the adolescence stage,
define the basic needs of the adolescents,
discuss the significance of the adolescence stage,
explain the role of parents and teachers towards the adolescents.
Our discussion on the stages of human development will continue in this unit also.
Here, we will discuss adolescence, which is the most crucial period of human development.
In this stage, the children become sexually mature and reach the age of legal maturity. It is the period of rapid and revolutionary changes in the individual's physical, mental, moral, emotional, spiritual, sexual and social outlook. Human personality develops new dimensions. The word adolescence comes from the Latin word adolescere, which means to grow. So the essence of the word adolescence is growth, and it is in this sense that adolescence represents a period of intensive growth and change in nearly all aspects of a child's physical, mental, social and emotional life. Adolescence has been described by Stanley Hall as the period of storm and stress of human life.
It is a very crucial period of one's life which covers roughly from 12 to 18 and 19 plus years.
The most important fact about adolescence is that it is a period of transition from childhood to adulthood.
Transition from one period to another always is associated with some problems.
Adolescence is not an exception, and it is also associated with some problems. The purpose of this unit is to familiarize you with the adolescence stage, its important characteristics, the basic needs of adolescence, significance of this stage in human life, and the role of parents and teachers towards the young adolescents.
Adolescence stage.
The period of adolescence is considered as crucial and significant period of an individual's life.
Psychologically, adolescence is the age when the individual becomes integrated into the society of the adults.
It is the stage when the child no longer feels that he is below the level of his elders, but rather an equal with them, at least in rights.
This integration into the adult society has many aspects, more or less linked with puberty.
It also includes profound intellectual changes. These intellectual transformations, typical of an adolescent's thinking, enable him to achieve his integration into the social relationships of the adults. It is the period which begins with puberty and ends with the general cessation of the physical growth.
It emerges from later childhood stage and merges into adulthood.
It is difficult to assign definite years to it because they differ from country to country and culture to culture.
Chronologically, age ranges are from 12 to 13 years to 18 to 19 years in India. In case of girls, it begins about 1 year earlier than the boys.
Studies of changes in behavior, attitudes and values throughout adolescence have revealed that these changes are more rapid in the early part than in the later part of adolescence.
As such, adolescence period is divided into two parts.
Early adolescence and
late adolescence. Early adolescence extends roughly from 12 to 13 to 16 to 17 years, and late adolescence covers the period from 17 years to 18 to 19 years, the age of legal maturity. Late adolescence is thus a very short period. Early adolescence is usually referred to as the teens. Older adolescents are also, strictly speaking, teenagers.
But the term teenager is popularly associated with the characteristic pattern of behavior at the young adolescents and is rarely applied to older adolescents.
Instead, they are usually referred to as young men and young women, or even youths, indicating that the society recognizes in them a maturity of behavior not found during the early years of adolescence.
As stated above, adolescence is the period of rapid changes in the individual's physical, mental, moral, emotional, social and sexual aspects. Human personality develops new dimensions.
It is the period to learn new things. It is also a period of anxieties and worries. It is the period of ambitions as well as of conflicts and complexities. In this connection, let us mention how A.T. Jerseel this period.
A.T. Jerseel defines adolescence as that span of years during which boys and girls move from childhood to adulthood, mentally, emotionally, socially and physically.
Let us know.
Adolescent stage is a crucial and significant period.
Adolescence extends from 12 to 13 years to 18 to 19 years.
This period can be subdivided into two parts: early adolescence, 12 to 13 and 16 to 17 years.
Late adolescence, 17 years to 18 to 19 years. It is the stage when boys and girls move from childhood to adulthood physically, mentally, emotionally and socially.
It is a stage of gaining sexual maturity. A stage of attaining legal maturity.
Characteristics of adolescence.
Let us discuss the characteristics of adolescence. It is important for school teachers and parents to understand these characteristics, without which they cannot be expected to be able to deal effectively with the adolescents.
The distinguishing characteristics of this period are:
Rapid physical development.
Adolescence is first of all a period of physical changes and development.
Physiological development primarily converts the boy into a man and the girl into a woman and provides the basic for emotional, social, intellectual and economic maturity.
The most important changes occur in the glandular system, which has great influence not only on the physical development, but also in the behavior and personality development of the adolescents. Biochemical changes in the body make the endocrine glands more active, and there is increase in height, weight, changes in voice, muscular growth, appearance of pubic hair, growth of hair on the face, arms, legs, etc. The most striking physical change in this growth period is attainment of puberty, which leads to development of reproductive capacity.
Respiratory, circulatory and digestive system are also developed that give more physical energy and vigor.
All these changes often lead to confusion, feeling of inadequacy, insecurity and in some cases abnormal behavior.
You must understand the fact that all the aspects of adolescent development are basically conditioned by physical changes.
Mental development.
In adolescence accelerates in many intellectual fronts. As compared with children, adolescents develop greater insight, better understanding and can perceive a relationship more easily.
They develop the ability to generalize and can think of the solution of more difficult problems. This indicates that the thought process becomes more logical, scientific and systematic during adolescence. It is an accepted fact that the ability of intelligence reaches its maximum at the age of 16 and 17 years.
Memory power also develops tremendously and adolescents can retain facts for a longer period.
They can anticipate the future needs and can plan for it. Another important change in intellectual orientation is the adolescent's ability to identify with the circumstances and people outside his own immediate environment.
The imitative tendency of childhood disappears during adolescence.
The adolescent develops certain amount of independence in thinking and can critically examine the things to make the decision of his own.
Emotional immaturity.
We have already said that adolescence is a period of storm and stress. Psychologists have regarded it as a period of heightened emotionality.
Continuous physical changes mainly give rise to emotional uncertainty and instability. Emotions of anger, fear, shame, disgust give rise to variation in moods, nervousness, sensitivity, stubbornness, disobedience, etc.
Sex drive is also a prolific source of emotional disturbance in adolescence.
Beside these, adolescents striving for independence gives rise to emotional conflicts.
Their ideas and views often appear contradictory with that of their parents and other members of the society.
At many times, therefore, the adolescents suffer from emotional detachment from their parents and other members of the society. So they are very prone to emotional maladjustment.
Social consciousness.
The period of adolescence is preeminently a period of social development and adjustment.
The most important social development during this period is the increased influence of the peer group. The type of peer group shapes the behavior of the adolescent to a great extent.
His interests, attitudes and values are influenced by his peers.
The adolescent boys and girls become self-conscious about their place in society, and they gradually enlarge their spheres of social activities and conducts. The adolescent tries to act in an independent manner, but the parents often refuse to treat them like grown-ups, which may lead to difficulties.
An adolescent also develops sense of patriotism in his mind and wants to join any type of social services.
Moral consciousness.
The development of morality contributes a great to the general development of personality.
Family is the main place where the adolescent receives the moral training and which exerts influence on his attitudes and behavior. As the child grows older, his capacity for independent thinking develops.
He can distinguish between right and wrong, true and false, virtue and vice, and the desirable and the undesirable.
Adolescents in general cannot tolerate immoral or illegal activities. Interest in their own religion also develops.
Their moral senses may make them God-fearing, but sometimes they also develop religion's doubts, conflicts, uncertainties regarding religious beliefs and practices, etc. This may puzzle the thinking of the adolescents.
Hero worshipping.
Hero worshipping is a tendency of the adolescent stage. It means that the adolescents start to identify themselves with an ideal hero, whom they obey and follow.
They admire and respect him. They organize their thoughts and activities in conformity with the ideal of the hero.
The hero becomes the source of inspiration for the adolescents to aim for their future. For this reason, the adolescent should be encouraged to study biographies of great men so that they can shape their own life following the ideals of these great men.
Heterosexuality.
Heterosexuality is another important characteristic of the adolescents. It means the attraction for the opposite sex.
Both the sexes develop greater interest for the opposite sex. Adolescents become very much eager to know about the opposite sex.
but unfortunately the knowledge which they may receive be harmful for their mental and physical health. Many boys and girls suffer from worries because of the wrong information about sex and lack of proper guidance.
All teachers, social workers and psychologists agree that sex education should be provided to the adolescents.
Creative imagination.
During adolescence, the imaginative faculty of an individual undergoes considerable development.
Imagination added with intellectual elements become artistic and creative and finds expression in literature, art, poetry, fiction and even musical and artistic creations, indicating the power of their creative imagination.
Imagination thus enriches and transforms experience and contributes to artistic appreciation and production during adolescence.
Adolescents should be provided with opportunities for the development of their creative talents through music, dance, art and culture. Divergent thinking should be encouraged.
Development of personal independence.
One of the most important things that an adolescent wants is independence from the adult authority.
It becomes important for the young persons to establish convictions about their identity. They develop faith in their own capability of doing things and demand self-respect from the elder members of the society.
They want psychological freedom and do not like adult interference in their own personal business, and they want to take decisions themselves. A sense of dignity, honor and freedom prevails in their thought, their attitude and behavior.